are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Chargers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Herbert going to go to the air right away. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. That'll give him 8 that time. And now it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Locke. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
First down, Seahawks.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Back to Walker on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And going right back to Walker. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This a 43-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd and a yard, Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Chargers at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. They've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Running on first down, Eckler. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. Up the middle with Eckler. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short.
On gain of 2, brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
They'll run for it with Eckler, and this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st and 10, Locke. And Walker has it. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. The RPO, he completes it. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. To the right side, this is Walker. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 18. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a play fake, and it's Locke. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Here's Walker. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Again, Walker. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Love. He completes this to Walker. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Myers' kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left. The slot man in motion right. Herbert just beat the play clock. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's Eckler again. Down to about the 37. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Herbert. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash, this from 53. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this is going to remain a one-point game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Looking deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
A final shot before the break. Luck. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive in the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And the Chargers first down.
Once more, here's Eckler. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this is going to remain a one-point game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Off of play action, Luck. He's going to go up top again. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. A dump off now to Hill. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 36-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. That is first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A handoff. It's Eckler. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here is Eckler. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Play action, it's Locke. He sets to fire deep. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
The Charger drive about to get going. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And Walker's somebody who just impresses you every time he steps on the field. He's a guy who was the Walter Camp and Doak Walker Award winner his final collegiate season behind a 1,600-yard campaign. 300 carries or more, that wouldn't be unexpected in his first season in the NFL.
Walker now on 1st and 10 to the 43, 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 46 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They run again with Walker. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Walker. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down. Instead of making them earn it on fourth, they jump and give them the first.
I love the way you just phrased that. Didn't really have to earn it, did they? Bad discipline on the defensive side of the ball.
So now then the penalty's got them set up with a first and goal. Running left is Walker. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. Missed tackles may doom this team.
I just had a bad flashback. That's why I'm sitting up here with you right now. You've got to tackle him inbounds. You've got to wrap him up.
A give for Walker running right. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field. This is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run, Walker. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now the field goal ties it, but you're down here knocking on the door. What are you doing?
Did you hear the way you just said that?
Kind of.
Yeah.
With hesitance?
Yes, that means you don't want to kick the field goal, and I don't think they do either. They need to go ahead and get these points now and get an advantage and not tie it up. It'll feel like a big disappointment.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive. Oh, a huge mistake late. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't come in. So it's a win for the Seahawks here, and it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.